Welcome back to Tiny Blue Games. My name is, of course, Seesaw or Chris, and today we're talking about our 2021 year-end review. Now, this is something I think we've done a few times in the past. We at least did it once in 2020, so it's a bit of a tradition, I guess you could say. It's something I like to do at the end of the year. I like to take a second, look at what I did in the year, the good, the bad, and then really think about what I want to do in 2022. So essentially it's going to be more of a discussion video, so if you want to just have this on in the background while playing or waiting in queue or something like that, this is probably the perfect video for that. The footage in the background is just random, so don't read into it too much. But with all that said, let's dive into it so we can get this to be a bit of a short video, hopefully. We'll start with the good. I do have some notes on the side here, so if it sounds like I'm reading something, that's exactly what's happening. But the first thing I've listed for the good is live streams every month. Now, this is probably the thing I'm the most proud of in 2021, or at least one of the things, because throughout 2021, I was concerned of the fact that I was going to be working a full-time job, and how am I going to keep up with the content. That was kind of the story of 2021 for this channel, and I think overall I did pretty well. I had a pretty lofty goal, at least in my mind, of doing one stream per month. I know if you compare it to people who stream daily, it's nothing. But for starting streaming just at the start or at the end of 2020 and then continuing it all throughout 2021 and really hitting that one stream per month, I'm very proud of it. More than that, I really enjoy the streams. I think streaming has been one of the best additions to the channel. Ultimately, to me, it really reminds me of back when I was able to answer every single comment that came into the channel. It's kind of what I'm able to do on stream. I'm able to reply to most of the chat because we don't have a ton of chat. And with that, I just feel like I'm able to connect on a level that I'm not always able to connect to, which just feels so nice. The next good point we have on our list is videos every Saturday. This is another one of those consistency things that I'm quite proud of in 2021. We did adjust this about halfway through the year. At the very start of the year, I was quite ambitious and I was doing, I think, a Final Fantasy video every Saturday. And then I'd add additional videos on Wednesdays for things like Guild Wars 2 or general MMO content and stuff like that. And that became a lot. About halfway through the year, I said, hey, we're just going to do a video every Saturday. Oftentimes it's going to be Final Fantasy XIV. Sometimes it might be something else. I think that system worked really well because it allows me to, keep to a manageable amount of content, but also keep a very predictable day in terms of when I'll be releasing content, which YouTube says is good, and I'm pretty sure that you probably enjoy it. This is actually a great point that I should have brought up at the start of the video. If you have any recommendations, this is absolutely the video to share them in. So if you have anything good to say about the channel or anything bad to say about the channel or anything you wish I would do differently in the future, this is the perfect video to share those kind of thoughts. But with that, let's move on to the third good thing I have, which is continuing to play/create content for my main games. This included Final Fantasy XIV, Guild Wars 2, and a lot of other MMOs that I just want to play. I think this channel's always been great because I feel like I can make videos or content about what I'm passionate about, and that has maintained to be Final Fantasy XIV and Guild Wars 2, and I can't see that really changing, but we'll address that more in the 2022 content strategy portion. The last part is the channel regulars or members. So we've had a few different programs, such as the Tiny Blue Crew, we have the Discord, and then we just have our really tight-knit group of people who show up to streams and engage in the comments. I feel like we've done a really good job of becoming very close over the last year, and I definitely always love seeing those names pop up and chatting with you in chat and stuff like that. So I've really enjoyed bonding on that level and having the different platforms. I know I'm not the best at all at connecting in Discord and stuff like that, but I often see members or different subscribers chatting with each other, and I think that's such a great space that we're able to have. All right, so on to the bad, and when I say bad, it's not the end of the world, but these are things I want to improve on. So the very first one is probably the biggest one that we want to try and tackle in 2022, but I'm going to come out and say it. The channel has been declining or stagnant for most of 2021. In terms of views and subscribers, it has been declining since the start of 2021 towards the end. And there's a lot of reasons for this, but mostly YouTube has stopped recommending my content as much. And it's because I'm not making videos that YouTube wants to recommend. And the way I see it, and everyone has different ways of understanding the algorithm and stuff, but the way I think of it is essentially when YouTube wins, my channel wins. So if I make content that YouTube is able to serve to people that people want to watch, it's going to choose to serve my videos more. It's a pretty obvious statement when I say it, but a lot of the time when I go back and look at my most recent videos, some of my, very to the point, just gameplay videos, I don't often think, okay, YouTube probably wants to serve this to millions of people. It's just not the type of content that is probably going to lead to that. So all this said, I need to start finding ways to have more content that YouTube wants to recommend, and ultimately that will help grow the channel. The next point, which is highly related at this point, is finding times and ways to make videos that are going to get recommended by YouTube. So this is generally comparison videos or top 5, top 3, top 10 lists for MMOs. These are the videos that have really built the channel over time. And as a regular subscriber, you might not find a ton of value in them. You might find a lot of value in them, but they are what exposes the channel to people who have never heard about it before, and then grows our community of people who like the games that we play. So I do need to find time to fit those into my schedule, and that's something I want to really try and address in the 2022 plan. It's going to be a really tough time to say that correctly. Haven't made videos about new games as much as I used to. So this really talks about a lot of the series we had going in 2020. Some of them included like the MMO Nostalgia series, where we'd go back and play a lot of old games and talk about how awesome they were. I think there was the MMO Spotlight series, though I don't know if I actually ever called that, but that was when I did a lot of first impressions of different games that I'd never tried before that are kind of new to the genre and stuff like that. I think there's definitely space for me to make more videos like that, but I don't know how much of a priority they'll be. I don't know. I miss doing them. I don't know if I'll be able to solve that problem in 2022, but I wanted to bring it up. The last point I have here is really about engagement. There's a few things I can do about this and a few things I can't. Notably, I'm still not the best at communicating on Discord or in comments. There's so many comments, there's so much discussion in Discord, as well as direct messages. I feel like I often let months and months go by before I eventually start replying to them. I apologize for it, but it's probably not going to change, or at least not change overnight. There are different features that I have been enjoying, such as like live streams. Like I say, I think that's a great dedicated time for me, mostly just to chat with the community. I've really enjoyed that. There are other features such as the premiere feature, which I think is essentially like a live stream of my video when it goes live, and it kind of gives me the opportunity to chat while watching the first viewing of my new video. I think that would be really cool, especially for some of the larger videos I release, and kind of just sectioning out a bit of time to chat that way. And then the last sort of point mixed in this is finding times for live streams that allow other time zones to watch my streams, because I often do votes for them, but then I'll give like 3 or 4 times that are almost the same time, which ultimately doesn't give a lot of options, especially if someone works all the time at that hour, or if it's the middle of the night somewhere. I want to be very conscious that we are a global community, and having more times that do allow for everyone to get time to communicate and watch the content. So this is definitely not an entire list of all the good and all of the bad of 2021, but I think those are the big points that I really want to take away, which now leads us to the 2022 content strategy. And first and foremost, I don't want to shake things up too much. I mean, we're still a channel about MMORPGs. I think game-wise, we're still going to be playing a lot of Final Fantasy XIV, a lot of Guild Wars 2, some ESO, World of Warcraft, New World, different MMOs, and then making those kind of comparison videos and top lists and stuff like that. So I don't think game-wise, we're going to see too much of a change there. The big problem that I kind of addressed in the bad section is finding time to make those videos that'll help the channel grow. So with that, I think it's really the scheduling and the content type that I really need to focus on. So some of the big changes I kind of see here is, moving from our 4 pieces of content per month schedule that we're currently on down to a 3 pieces of content per month schedule. I think Saturdays will still be my release time. There'll probably just be a Saturday where there isn't a video, but this gives me more time to put some more effort into a larger video that I'm just going to call a flagship video that is more focused on growing the channel. This could be a comparison video like Final Fantasy versus Guild Wars 2, or like a video, you know, how is New World in 2022 or something like that, but something that is a bigger, scripted, has more sections to it, and it ultimately takes me a lot longer to make, but has that return on investment that I don't necessarily see with some of the gameplay videos. So that's something I really want to make sure I make time for in 2022. Now, with that there, the other content pieces, the other 2, one of them is going to be a live stream. I want to keep doing the monthly live streams for sure. I think they've been nothing but fun, and I want to see them continue into 2022. And then the other piece is likely going to be a, you know, generic kind of gameplay video that I do most Saturdays. It could even be another live stream. I have really been enjoying the live streams specifically for gameplay and MSQ playthrough. So I could definitely see myself in the future defaulting to more live streams for that type of content, and then having the flagship videos that are more of those scripted, bigger videos that do bring in the traffic. I think that's ultimately the vision. I just don't think that's the direct step I want to do. I kind of want to do an in-between, which is this 3-prong approach, and hopefully it works out. Nothing here is set in stone, so if I go into the year and after a while I feel like this isn't working for me, or I see that the, you know, channel isn't improving or is doing drastically worse or something like that, we'll address it then and there. But more than anything, I just want to be very transparent with what you can expect from me in terms of the future. A lot of the other features that we released in 2020, such as the Discord, such as the membership program and stuff like that, will continue into 2022. I'm very thankful for everyone who watches the channel, everyone who's a channel member, everyone who comments and subscribes and likes. You've helped me grow this channel, you've helped me continue it, and you inspire me to continue making content. Like I said earlier in the video, this is the absolute best video to share your feedback. Are there things you really enjoy that we do that you wish we did more? Are there things that we have never done on this channel that you wish we would do? Different games you wish you'd see? This is the perfect video to give the feedback. I definitely hope to read through everything and reply to everything on this video, because I assume not a ton of viewers are going to watch it. This is not one of the videos that YouTube's going to recommend. Essentially, my more dedicated viewers are going to watch this and help me out, and I do appreciate that help. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you're excited for the direction of the channel as we are entering 2022. And more than anything, I want to thank you for being here and for watching the content. So with all that said, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.